Hello, everyone. Good evening. Let's just wait for your other friends first before we go straight to the topic tonight. Okay, wait, give me time. Okay, we got 13. Maybe we will start if it already hit 20 at middle.
Kok nggak ada suaranya?
Nah, lagi nunggu yang lain. Tuh, kan tuh.
Well, 16 students, I'm just gonna drop the 15 berarti ya. It's not including me. So I'm gonna just drop the topic for today's meeting, and it's not gonna be difficult because it's very basic, I guess. Everyone should have this one in their life. But then before I drop this, I would like to welcome those who think that this is your first meeting. Yeah, welcome to the class. And what we would do generally in the class, which is discuss about, daily topics that you can generally find in your daily life, or and it's related to your personal opinion or experiences. Okay, wait, I'm gonna add something. Answer this question. Tried it. Okay. Can you guys all see the topics in the chat box? So it's about good teacher. Okay. What are the criteria of a good teacher? That's gonna be the main topic that we are going to talk about tonight. But then I'm gonna remind you guys that every opinions are welcomed. Any opinions are welcomed. So don't worry for making, oh, miss, I don't think this is applied for the other one. Um, take it easy because I only want to listen to your personal opinion. It doesn't have to be valid to all of you. Okay, so as usual, I'm going to give you 3 until 5 minutes to think about your answer first on this very simple question. And I want you to provide at least 3 reasons of why, of what are the criteria of a good teacher, then explain why do you think so. So I expect all of you have 3 main points and 3 explanations for 1 explanation for each point. Understood? I think it's all clear. So if you have any question, you can just drop it on the chat box while I give you the time to think. Thank you. 3 minutes left. Okay, I got Felicia Fu. You want to start to speak it up, Feli?
Yeah, good evening, Miss.
Hello, yep, good evening.
My opinion is, for the criteria of a good teacher, for the first, I think teacher, hmm, um, like the student that he or she teach should be understand what they teach.
Okay, so the material should be understandable.
Mm-mm.
Then?
Now, because I have experience that my own teacher in a high school, they teach they teaching something, and all in the class is not understand what he said. He teaching about it. Mm. And all of the class is have a bad grade.
Okay, and then? That's the first point. What's the second one? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, what's the
Hello.
second one?
Oh yeah, the second is, I mean, no, teacher not have judged their student for anything. I mean, in my experience too, yeah, Miss.
Okay, fine.
In uh my my teacher teach about religion, and they no, and she, like, uh judging about the student, like they say, why you should like that, you are so bad, you are like blah blah blah, and she just judging us. But actually
Okay.
she should not do that, because she is especially a religion teacher.
So what should a religion teacher do instead of judging the students?
I mean, teaching about a good thing, yeah, especially for that. But I mean, she talk about our, like a minus thing about us, like, uh I don't mean about that thing, like, have kayak punya kekurangan gitu, Miss.
Okay, so you expect the teacher to at least like if she, yeah, she's a woman, yeah. If she's a woman, I think it's much better for her to encourage the students to do a better thing and not to judge them, yeah, whether it's wrong, it's bad, or somehow. Okay,
Yeah,
I got that.
it's not about their, their, kayak not about their perilaku gitu, Miss. They,
It's not about
their
a
attitude, no,
attitude. Okay, so
no, about their, kayak their about kekurangan kekurangan dari bawaan lahir gitu.
oh wow, really?
Yeah, makanya I think why especially a religion teacher apa talk like that.
Mm, okay, now I hate her. Even just listening to your story, I can feel that. So, how was your response when you were in the class? I mean, are you okay with that? Or were you feeling like, oh, apaan sih ibu ini? Oh,
Yeah,
how did you respond to that?
yeah, I, I think what's wrong with her? Yeah? Why is she talk like that? She talk it. She thought it. She talk about it to in a class, ya kan? To all of their student like that.
There are a lot of students there, and all of them listen to her.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Right. Oh,
kayak ngatain gitu lah, Miss, maksudnya.
oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Oh my God, I hope, yeah, there won't be any such teacher like that anymore. Okay, that's the second one. Do you have one more point, Feli?
Mm,
Or that's all?
I think that's all, Miss. Thank you for.
Okay, thank you. That's a really nice one. And the second point is actually very surprising me. Really, I'm surprised. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Feli. I hope you guys, in the end of the class, we can just conclude. Well, I don't know whether some of you are having a big dream to be a teacher, probably. Then you can implement what we are talking about. Then I'm gonna call one more student before I show you something on Google, just to make it, yeah, supaya nggak tegang-tegang amat ya, Shai. Ivan,
Hello, Miss. Thank
hi.
you for you give me a time to the discussion. This discussion, Miss.
Yep, don't worry.
I think
Yeah.
a teacher must be important to acknowledge from a student. Why? Because knowledge as a required in a globalization. Jadi
Knowledge.
knowledge itu penting untuk
Yeah, I got
menghadapi
it.
era globalisasi. Itu yang pertama.
Okay, Ivan, you don't need to translate it. I got it. Okay, next, the second point.
Number two,
Mm-hmm.
the teacher must be important to a good attitude for a student because the good attitude is required for the any people. Jadi ya perlu untuk digunakan di lingkungan masyarakat itu attitude yang baik, Miss.
Okay, good attitude is required in socializing. You can say that.
The number three.
The third one is. Yeah.
Is
Apa yang ketiga?
the teacher must be important to moral for a student. Jadi seorang guru itu harus memberikan a moral message for a student, Miss.
Okay.
Pesan moral yang baik terhadap muridnya, Miss.
Okay,
Sudah.
moral value. Then, that's all?
Okay, Miss. Sudah.
Okay. Thank you, Ivan. Okay, anyway, guys, for those who are new, you guys can, while listening to your friends, you guys can check the chat box. Always check the chat box because I usually put some direct feedbacks there. Okay, like I usually symbolize P for pronunciation, G for grammar, and V for vocabulary. Okay, jadi saya nggak akan nulis lengkap. Mungkin saya kasih logo P aja di depan to symbolize. So you guys can know that you should check it out on the dictionary because there must be some mistakes previously. But don't worry, the mistakes that I wrote there doesn't mean that, oh, why do I make that kind of mistake? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. No, it doesn't have to make you feel guilty of making the mistakes, but it's a part of your learning. Okay, now, sorry, before I continue, let me share my screen first about good teachers. Yeah, I browsed some. Kita di luar aja kayaknya ya. Nggak usah masuk ke dalam. I would like to share my screen. Yeah. In 0.64 seconds, ini adalah pencarian tercepat. I'm just gonna read the apa yang paling, I think this is the most famous one, yeah, because it's in the upper place. So what makes a good teacher? I'm just gonna mention here, but then some of them are already mentioned by you guys. But this is actually a more detailed point. Strong communicators. Well, you guys say that a teacher should be tadi si Felia. A good teacher should provide materials that are understandable. Means that they should be able to communicate well. They should have the skills to communicate with people or even with someone that they don't really know. Like misalnya in a class, you can imagine that there are maybe 36 or 40 students in a class, in a general class in Indonesia. And then a good teacher, not a good teacher, a general teacher probably don't really understand each of the students, don't really understand what are their characteristics, their learning styles and stuff. But then a good teacher should actually know how to cope up with them with different background, different learning styles too. So this is what I mean by a more detailed point. What I want to tell you guys is that you are able to, I wish you are able to mention this kind of detailed point. Jadi misalnya kalian mau bilang a good teachers itu yang baik, miss, for example. And I want you to please prepare a more detailed answer, just like this. Okay, because this is not based on theory, but it is based on your own perception. Gitu. Jadi misalnya, Miss, guru yang baik menurut aku yang kalau ngasih tugas nggak banyak gitu. Itu juga is proper to receive because it's from your own experience and opinion. That's what I want to hear. Okay, so feel free to speak it up. Okay, thank you. Segitu dulu. Nanti kita lanjut kalau ada yang menarik lagi dan perlu untuk disanggah. Siapa dulu ya tadi ya? Paling depan dulu ya. Rido Ananda, halo.
Hello, Miss.
Hi. Good evening.
Yes. About the good teacher, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mister. Thank you, Miss.
Yep.
For the
Thank you.
okay. The good teacher for me, the teacher can motivate me or the student to speak English. Yes, and because speak English is very important to communicate with the person, the other person in international environment. Yes, like that. In the first, in the second, the good teacher can make the student like to study English in the oven, in his oven. So if the teacher can make the student to study in the oven, he can improve. The student can improve English ability every time without the formal education. And the three, the good teacher always correct the student if the student make the mistake with the good
In a good
cara.
way.
Good way, yes.
In
like
a good
that.
way or in a
way,
proper
yes.
way boleh juga.
Yeah. Don't make sad the student like that.
Okay. Don't make the student feel sad or guilty tadi ya. Jangan
Yes.
bikin mereka merasa bersalah. Okay. Then
Yes.
that's
Finish.
all. Okay, thank you. I guess this is your first night, Rido, is it? Am I right? Is this your first meeting?
Yes.
Oh,
First meeting.
okay. Okay, good to see you. Thank you.
Yes. You are welcome, Miss.
Okay, lower hand. Saya senang deh banyak yang ngantri gini ya, Zai. Because usually I only have, oh my God, few students that raise their hands. Reza Aditya Pratama. I like your name. Hello.
Hello, Miss.
Yep. Hello.
Thanks for the time.
Yeah.
For me, For me, the first one is they must update their knowledge. Not sometime. Oftenly, I see the teacher knowledge is very low. Terutama the technology knowledge gitu.
Oh, technological knowledge. Okay.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
they don't update that, and they become I'm sorry, but
That's fine.
kalau di Indonesia biasanya disebut boomer gitu. Too old.
Okay. Yeah.
And for the second is they must talk to the student. Gimana ya? Aku pingin coba ngomong kalau dia tuh cuma harus ngomong sama studentnya gitu.
Oh, mungkin maksudnya they have to build a good interaction or communication with the
Yes.
students.
And they can understand what the student want gitu.
Okay.
And provide them
Provide what they want or what they need.
what they want.
Really?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
of
Why?
course.
Why so?
Because I can sometimes I see the teacher itu cuma mikir nilai gitu. Cuma bukan knowledge what we want. Dan it's about mathematics and science, always mathematics and science, and go to the top of the UN, I think.
The national exam?
Yes,
Okay.
of course. And the third is
What?
Sorry, Miss, I forgot what I want to say.
That's fine, but then I want to say something about your second point. So
Yes.
you always say that it's always math and science.
Yes, of
That's
course.
kind of, so I can conclude that you don't like both of them. You hate
No.
science and math. You like it?
I like science because I am pharmacist.
Oh, okay.
But most of my friends sometimes curhat ke saya kalau mereka terlalu ditekan gitu.
They are under pressure atau being overwhelmed? Overwhelmed nih saya juga bingung ya bahasa Indonesianya apa. Tapi overwhelmed nih ketika apa ya? There are too much pressure. Jadi misalnya the teacher put too much pressure dan the student will be overwhelmed. Apa bahasa Indonesia? Ada yang tahu guys? I don't know. Jujur. Karena kayaknya nggak ada yang cocok deh menggambarkan overwhelmed itu. Pokoknya kayak udah ketumpuk banget sama pressure ya.
Yes.
It's being overwhelmed. Okay, so do you remember your third point?
No. I think I'm not.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
mean, they seems not happy about what they learn.
Okay, I got it. So it means that they have to provide the students about what they want so that
Yes.
they can be motivated to learn.
Yes.
Okay, I got that. Thank you. How can I call you? Reza or Adit?
Reza.
Reza, yeah. Okay, thank you, Reza. Nice to meet you. Ada yang komen? Adalah Ruth, sorry, ada yang memberi jawaban. Overwhelm artinya kewalahan gitu ya. Oke, mungkin bisa. Cuman biasanya kalau too much pressure bisa pakai overwhelm or under pressure boleh juga ya. Overwhelm kewalahan mungkin bisa juga ya. Yesterday was so overwhelming. Ya mungkin bisa. Kemarin tuh sangat sibuk.
Overwhelm mungkin terlalu banyak beban, Miss.
Ya. I think
Di luar kapasitas.
Yeah, I think too much pressure, too much task, so we are overwhelmed. Okay, thank you, Adela, and thank you, Ivan. Now, Widi.
You're welcome, Miss.
Widi.
Yep. Hello, good evening, Miss.
Hello, dear. Good evening.
Okay, I wanted to answer what are the criteria of a good teacher? Provide 3 points and reason. Okay, first, I try to different my answer. Sorry if there are similarities. My answer
That's
is
fine.
admit uh my answer is when the teacher makes wrong things, they can uh s- um, they can no dia tuh when you are teacher you are not necessarily right. Kadang
Okay,
tuh dia nggak
perfect.
mau mengakui kesalahannya gitu loh, Miss. Kayak
Okay, betul.
I
I
I
know
don't blame
everything.
you, but
Yeah,
yeah, kayak
okay.
you human too, right? I think for me, I when I see that kayak sebisa mungkin I don't make a mistake gitu loh, padahal you totally do gitu. Kayak dia tuh berusaha menghindari, dia udah fix banget nih buat salah, tapi dia menghindar dan berusaha untuk membuat something a reason for make they feel better or make untuk menutupi kesalahannya. Seringkali itu terlihat seperti itu. Um, uh, when you are mengakui your mistake is not uh, itu nggak menggambarkan kalau kamu tuh lemah gitu loh. Jadi I think this and for the second is fair. I think the teacher must be fair with others with other student because uh, I think makes the student make a safe, merasa dia bagian dari itu juga, terus merasa sama gitu loh, Miss.
Feel
They
equal?
are uh, same with the other student.
Okay, so it's
And three,
equal ya,
uh,
tepatnya.
yeah,
Maksudnya seimbang gitu ya, maksudnya
yeah,
sederajat ya.
balance. Yeah.
Okay, then?
And realize that all student learn. Maksudnya kayak don't blame your student if they don't know. Kayak dia tuh kadang tuh dia baru tahu hari itu ilmu yang dia kasih gitu. Kayak kadang kalau dia salah itu ya it's okay gitu. Kayak jangan kayak nggak pernah ngelihat kesalahan gitu loh, Miss. Kadang-kadang I think realize that our student learn and
Okay.
they do a mistake, the wrong thing. It's okay for me. That's all, Miss.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Wait. Thank you, Widi. So, sepertinya Widi ini memendam banyak cerita ya about teacher. Like she knows about everything. Oh my God. Okay, thank you. Wait ya, kayaknya ini katanya ada kelas yang tertinggal. Oh my God. Wait ya, give me a minute please. Perasaan udah kok. Hmm. Okay, let's just wait. Okay, Sheila.
Hello, Miss.
Hi.
Do you hear my voice clearly?
Yeah, it's clear. Very clear.
Okay, well, answer the question is, a good teacher for me is first is a teacher should have an extensive knowledge for things to be informed to student or outside of it. And second is teacher should have patience attitude. Why? Because not all students can respond quickly. So the teacher must have a patient attitude, in my opinion. And the third is teacher should be kind with the characters and face expression, because from that the teacher can know the student has understood or has understood or not. That is my opinion, Miss.
Okay, thank you. So you put knowledge in your very first point.
Yes.
Okay, so means that, okay, let me clarify. Talking about knowledge, do you think a teacher should be very smart, or very smart means that, okay, they know almost everything? Or the second one means that smart in other way that I mean is that they know little things, but they are willing to dig for more. They're willing to search for more knowledge in the process of teaching. Which one that you think better is much better?
My opinions about the knowledge for the good teacher is just the just the understood the what things to be informed to the students. Other way, if the students asking outside the apa selain another the apa
Out of the
namanya belajar,
topic?
another topic,
Okay.
the teachers should be have willing to search more in another ways. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. But I do really, yeah, I'm taking a note of what you guys said before. Tapi emang sepertinya most of you mentioned about knowledge, ya, so I put it in the very first rank. Okay, but not to know. Okay, thank you, Sheila.
Yeah, thank you, Miss.
Yep. Bentar. Di mute dulu, Sheila-nya udah. Okay, thank you. Gusti. Gusti ya, that's how to read your name. Hello.
Hello, Miss.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for kesempatan apa, Miss?
For the chance.
Oh, okay, thank you for the chance. In my opinion, the important criteria of the good teacher are the first one. I think patience. Be patience one, because every student is have different character. Yeah, maybe the one different character. There are a student learning fast, and there are student slowly fast learning slowly. No, because it's everyone have different abilities. And now, and the second one, be a trainer. I think be trainer in here is you can be a role model for the students, for your students, or yeah, build the character and have many knowledge too, and you can be give a motivation to the student, and can be a problem solve. That's I mean a trainer in here. And the third, one, this good teacher can be a friend with the student, have can make a fun environment in the class, and uh, have empathy, like the psychologist of the student, and she has and the teacher is a forgiving one. That's all for me. Sorry for a bit
Thank
speaking.
you. No, it's not. That's great. Thank you, Gusti. I think this is your first time to speak. I saw your name a few times, I guess, but this is the first time you speak. I think I'm right. So I'm thankful for that. Thank you so much
Okay. Thank,
for
thank you,
raising
Miss.
your hand. Yes. Anyone, I would not feel bored to remind you. I notice you. I notice all of you gitu. Misalnya kayak Miss, I think this is not my first meeting, tapi kayak I don't think I'm willing to speak. So please start tonight. If it's not tonight, then when? Okay? Start it soon as possible. It will be much better. Tidak ada bullying di sini ya, teman-teman. Gak ada yang kayak Miss, aku insecure, blah blah blah. No, don't worry. It's the place to learn. Everybody's here learning. Okay. Siapa nih? Berarti dia dari depan gitu ya manggilnya. Masih nggak ngerti aja nih. Gaptek nih. Raya. Bentar, saya mau nanya deh. Ini kalau misalnya ada yang raise hand, terus raise hand lagi. Itu yang tadi udah duluan raise hand ketumpuk nggak ya sama yang baru? Enggak ya? Apa dia udah sesuai sama queue-nya?
Yang paling kiri yang
Duluan.
duluan, Miss.
Oh, berarti udah sesuai sama queue-nya ya, Reza. Thank you. Karena saya pernah lihat kok kayaknya enggak gitu. Berarti dia sempat keluar ya. Yang antri itu mungkin dia sempat keluar makanya kegeser gitu kali ya.
Yep.
Sempat lihat begitu.
Iya.
Berarti
Oke.
dia nurunin tangan dulu, Miss.
Betul, kayaknya gitu. Makanya kok ini tadi kayaknya ada di sini, tapi kok udah di belakang lagi gitu. Oke, thank you everyone. Raya, is your time?
Good evening, Miss. Good
Evening.
evening, everyone. The criteria of a good teacher for me, first, is they must be patient. They should understand that they are teachers and it's their job to teach students, so they shouldn't be angry easily if some of their students still don't understand something. Because sometimes teachers are so angry, but I mean, it's their job. They signed up for it, right? And they got paid too. Secondly, they shouldn't be so smug just because they're teachers. Sometimes teachers want to be respected, but they don't respect students back. They want to be respected, but they don't act very respectable at all. Some of my teachers in my old school literally gossip about students behind their backs. Now, are we supposed to respect that kind of teacher? Thirdly, I think teachers should be approachable and enthusiastic. If the teachers aren't even enthusiastic about what they teach, then how are the students going to be interested and pay good attention to them? And with being approachable, students will be more encouraged to speak up or ask when they're having problems with the materials. Lastly, teachers should be disciplined. Some teachers in my old school didn't even bother showing up a lot of times on their period, so we would have jam class a lot, and I mean a lot. But they got mad if students aren't disciplined. Now, let me ask you, who do you think the students imitate at school if not teachers? Yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Raya. That's just a very nice punchline in the end. I do like it. Thank you. So I think the new point that I get from you is to be respectful, because some of the teachers are found to be disrespectful to their students. Yeah, they speak behind their back and blah blah blah. But I don't know if this is happening, but then as far as I know, if they are doing that kind of, well, they do a chit chat and something, but if the point is just to, let's say, to to discuss probably a big problem. Misalnya ini anak kok nakal ya di kelas saya, di kelas kamu nakal nggak gitu, and how to cope with that. Probably that kind of discussion will be very beneficial because I spent 6 months in a junior high school when I was doing my field practice, when I was in my bachelor degree. Itu juga we sometimes talk about them, but it's more into their progress or their attitude. Misalnya, some of my friends are having problems in facing the attitude of the student, then we can discuss. If that's the thing, I think that's just proper enough. Tapi kalau gossiping means that it's more into the negative one, yeah. I don't like it either. Okay, thank you, Raya. Yeah.
Yeah, no. The teachers in my school talk about my friends. So they talk about my friend to another teacher that doesn't even teach us in class.
Oh,
And
okay.
the teacher that doesn't teach us in class said, oh yeah, they did it in my class too, when we weren't even in her class.
Oh,
So,
baik.
yeah,
Baik.
that's so
Oh,
weird.
Itu adalah stove ya, alias kompor. Dia jadi kompor aja ya perannya di situ. Oke. Anyway, yeah, let's pray for them ya. Mana tahu dia besok udah nggak gitu lagi ya kan? Oke, thank you. Raya, Melody. Mel?
Hi.
Hi.
Good evening, Miss Libby. How are you?
I'm great.
Okay,
How about
thank you.
How about you? You're
Okay,
good?
I'm good. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay.
Okay,
No
thank you,
problem.
Miss Libby, for the questions. I will try to answer. Okay,
Yes,
3
please.
points about criteria of a good teacher. First point is lifelong learners. Because knowledge is constantly evolving, so the good teacher must dedication to continued education and a love of learning. So when I was in university, my lecturer has a title doctor and then CIA, CPA, CA, and so on. She is started earlier 40, but she has many title that represent that she is very berilmu tuh apa ya, Miss?
Educated.
Nah, educated. Very educated. And then second point is strong communicator and listen well. Okay, based from my experience in class, that a good teacher have a strong communication, so they can effective teaching, deliver the materials, and then ask the student for two-direction communication. And the listen well from the teacher and from the student can help a teacher understand the student to reach them how they learn best and the problem from the student. And the third point is show empathy. I mean, like, treat each student as a unique individual. Empathy and understanding from the teacher can help teacher to make connection with a student and directly impact a student learning in the classroom.
That's all?
Okay, that's all, Miss Libby.
Okay, so wait, the last one is teachers should treat students as a unique individual.
Yes.
Okay, wow, I really like that point. Treat students, I'm gonna make notes. Thank you. Melody?
Thank you, Miss Libby.
Treat students as a unique individual. Oh, gila gak tuh? Yeah. Sometimes I think the point of Melody, not sometimes, yeah, but until today, I do really think that this is kind of hard because I'm personally a cheerful person. I laugh a lot, even for something that is not funny. Buat hal yang nggak lucu tuh saya bisa ngakak gitu. saking receh dan for some people kayak kenapa sih orang ini nggak ada yang lucu terus dia ketawa sendiri gitu. Nggak ada yang lucu tapi dia ngelawak, mana lawakannya garing gitu. But then this is what I call challenge for myself to adjust my personality to different traits or attitudes that I have that my students have. So if this is the case and if this applies to online classes, it will be much even pasti harder. I believe that because even now I don't see your face. I don't know who Budi is or Ardita Pramesti is. Saya nggak pernah lihat wajahnya gitu. So how can I know at least their expression gitu? Ketika dia ngomong good evening Miss, bisa aja dia lagi kayak good evening Miss. Aduh males banget datang ke kelasnya Miss Libby, bisa. Or maybe they're smiling. Good evening Miss Libby. Jadi saya harus benar-benar peka gitu tuh. Ih, Budi langsung nyalain kamera deh. Makasih. Kayak saya harus benar-benar peka gitu mendengarkan what type of student is she or he. Is there kind of quiet student dan I don't want to throw any jokes. Saya nggak akan berani keluarin bercandaan. Nggak usah joking ya pokoknya yes aja. Kalau dia pun ada mistakes ya akan kasih tahu mistakesnya. Ada student saya yang begitu and it's a private class. Jadi agak sulit juga, but then it takes time ya to adjust how we treat them. Yeah, it takes time, but it's possible. Okay, thank you, Melody. That's a really nice point. I'm going to continue to Budi. And thank you for turning on your camera. I feel respected, really. Okay, hello.
Hello, Miss.
Yep.
And good night, everybody.
Good evening.
Yeah, evening all.
Yep.
I want to ask something.
Okay.
What our topic right now? Because I have late.
Oh,
I don't
you're
know.
late. That's why you
raise
raised
my
your
hand.
hand. Oh, okay. The question is, what are the criteria of a good teacher?
Oh, three
Yeah.
criteria. Good teacher.
Yeah. Do you have your answer now, or do you need time to think?
Yes, I have.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
My opinion is the first, a good teacher must have good sensitivity with the student, because without the teacher have sensitivity, he will don't know what happened with the student. And the second, he must be educated. Without the teacher educated, I think he cannot teach anything. The third is the teacher must have good objectivity when the teacher become a teacher. I mean is in this time I see have more teacher being a teacher because just want to make money.
Not to teach students. Not
Yes,
to
so
literally teach them, not to transfer the knowledge. Yeah.
yes.
Okay. That's so deep, Budi, really. And then?
Yeah, maybe just like that. My answer.
Okay.
Thank you, Miss
Thank
Libby.
you. Thank you. I really like your point. The point of objectivity. I'm taking a note of that, Budi. I do like that. Objectivity leads teachers to not judge people, to not judge student by their previous achievement. Biasanya nih, most of the teachers will be like, ah, dia kemarin dapat 100, hari ini dia dapat 60 for example, and they'll be like, nah kamu kok bisa dapat 60 sih, kamu pasti nggak belajar ya, ayo ya besok belajar misalnya. They would motivate the student in a proper way. Meanwhile, another student, misalnya the previous one is student A, student B, in the last meeting she got 60. And in the current meeting, she got 40. Berarti kan sama-sama turun ya. But then they will treat them differently gitu. Treat both of them differently. Yang tadi 60 ke 40, dia nggak selembut itu negornya. She'll be like, kamu itu ya selalu dapat nilai rendah ya. Udah last meeting 60 and now you got 40, blah, blah, blah. See, even though the case is actually similar. 100 to 60 is similar from 60 to 40. What's the matter? Intinya kan sama-sama nurun gitu ya. I think that's what we call by subjectivity, and that's really suck, I know. I think objectivity is a good matter. It's a good point from Budi, thank you. Terus Mutiara. Saya masih nyari poin-poin baru nih ya. Tadi Budi udah nyebut poin baru. Objectivity, very good. Mutiara.
Hello, Miss. Good
Hi.
evening.
Good evening.
This is my first time speaking here. According to me,
Okay. I'm happy. Okay, continue.
according to me, criteria of a good teacher, the firstly, not comparing students.
Okay, not comparing students.
Yes, because nggak enak gitu kalau dibanding-bandingkan dengan teman gitu, Miss.
Okay, contoh. Would you mind to give me an example?
Contoh, misalnya, example, si A ini pintar matematika. Nilainya tinggi gitu kan, Miss.
Okay.
Kalian harus seperti dia gitu. Seperti itulah, Miss, harus pintar gitu seperti dia.
Okay.
Padahal kan tidak semua orang seperti itu.
Okay, that's the first one. The second?
Second, teacher is good, friendly, Miss.
Okay, they should be friendly. Why?
Student happy gitu kalau sama teacher yang friendly, Miss.
Then, the third one, the last one?
Was recognize students.
Oh, to recognize student. Why? Why do you think it's important?
Happy gitu kalau dikenal guru, kayak walaupun nggak tahu namanya tapi tahu wajahnya gitu aja, Miss. Karena kan banyak muridnya, Miss. Itu sih, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you. The last one is really a big problem for me. Yeah, I know. Recognizing students. Yeah. This is a big problem for me since I don't usually see the faces of my students. Again, I should see that because I'm teaching online. Jadi saya hanya recognize them from their voice. I think we should do a research ya, a serious research on this gitu, kayak gimana ya? How can teacher recognize their students even better in this pandemic time, because we need to learn online. But I really hope that this pandemic can end as soon as possible, since I really want to teach offline. Anyway, that's a good point. Siapa tadi tuh? Mutiara ya? Recognizing their students. That's good. Reza, kenapa dirimu mengangkat tangan lagi? Do you want to add something?
Hello, Miss. I barely remember my third point.
Okay, what's that?
Like the teacher must don't lie to the student. I think. Sometime in junior school. SD.
Oh, SD is elementary school.
Oh, elementary school. Mereka sometimes itu bohong akan sesuatu gitu.
For example?
don't rich people are jahat
Okay.
atau ya
Or evil.
yes like that, or don't be rich because itu bikin kamu bakal punya banyak masalah kesehatan atau like that ya.
Really? And that's your personal experience, yeah?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Like we don't need to be rich because it's like that gitu.
Okay.
Dari pengalaman mereka melihat politik in Indonesia, of course.
Oh, okay. That's very serious.
And then me in elementary school, like oh yes, rich people are bad. Of course aku setuju gitu. Aku belum ngerti itu apa.
Yeah. You're still a kid. Jadi when you were a kid, ya, what you thought about is, ya udahlah ya Tuhan, aku miskin aja.
Yes.
Because of your teacher.
Because they are my teacher, of course I believe them, you know.
Okay. Yeah. But now,
And
if you have the chance to meet them, what would you say?
well, I like say don't lie to the kid. Just tell them the truth.
Yeah. Just tell the truth. Even truth are sometimes not too sweet. Not that sweet as lies, you know. Makanya
Yes.
people tend to cover the truth and just tell them the lies. Okay. Very
But
interesting.
if you lie to kid, they believe it's truth.
Yeah.
Kecuali dia ngomong ke orang dewasa.
And they confirm it that it's wrong, gitu ya.
Then I can think it's wrong or not.
Oh yeah. It's alright. Apalagi SD loh. We cannot decide what is wrong, what is right. Really?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Reza. A
No.
nice point.
One point.
Okay.
And they have to make sure their knowledge is right.
Okay.
Like kadang tuh kayak ada knowledge yang salah, kayak kalau terutama di science atau sejenisnya gitu, kayak kalau misalkan plant itu bisa bernapas malam hari atau gimana gitu sejenisnya, itu me often sering nemuin kalau guru itu ngejelasin kayak teacher itu ngejelasin kayak gitu. And I know when I SMA senior high school, from my book kalau itu tuh salah gitu, baru tahu gitu.
It's wrong, yeah. Apparently, that's a new thing for me. Both of them are new things. Saya kira ya plants ya bernafas all day.
Iya. Jadi maksudnya mereka harus benar-benar yakin kalau
they're telling the right one.
Yes.
Okay. Enough?
Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you guys. That is very complicated, but not complicated, comprehensive. Lengkap. Thank you. Ardita, I think we will have more time ya guys. I'm just gonna finish these 3. Kalau misalnya ada yang mau live duluan silahkan. Ardita.
Okay, good evening, Miss.
Hi, good evening.
Let me answer your questions.
Yeah.
The first one, I think good teachers must have patience because, you know, we are not same. We have different styles to understand this subject. And second one, good teachers must have a creative mind for their students so that learning becomes interesting. The last one is good teachers must have empathy and sympathy to their students because we feel comfortable with that and we feel appreciated. That's all from me. Thank you. And anyway, sorry for my bad English, Miss.
Oh, no. That's fine. You don't need to sorry. Thank you, Ardita. So your first point is passion ya. Banyak banget yang ngomong passion ya. Okay, thank you. Sepertinya itu sangat-sangat penting ya untuk menjadi sabar berarti. Okay, next Ratna. I'm just gonna make it brief ya everyone. So sorry.
Good evening, Miss.
Yeah, hello. Good evening.
The criteria of the good teacher, the first one, the teacher must have love, kasih sayang. Because when I was in the kindergarten, my teacher is a bit grumpy, galak.
Okay, I know.
Every time my friends want excuse to the toilet, the teacher always yell and says, "Always go to toilet. You won't go to play, right?" And then the teacher sound is too hard.
Okay.
That time I want to excuse too, but I am very afraid. So I don't go to toilet and I pee in my pants.
Oh. That's sad, but that's funny at the same time. Because you really want to go to the toilet. But
Yes, but my teacher is too grumpy. I'm so afraid.
Oh my God. Poor you that you have to pee in your pants.
Yes.
Okay. Then what else?
The second one, the teacher no hit student, tidak memukul. Like my English teacher, the way of the teacher teaching is too tense, tegang, sangat tegang. My teacher doesn't like hearing any sound when he teaches. Even if it's just a pen that fall to the floor, and he will slap or hit the back of the student.
Then?
Okay. And the third one, teaching is just reading a book. Like my history teacher, he is always read the book. But I think if the teacher can tell and make the history lesson more interesting.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I do really like the point of Radna karena dia benar-benar based on true story ya, based on her own experience. This is what I want, very detailed. Thank you. I'm gonna call the last student. Sorry, tadi udah di 800 terakhir angkat adalah Ati. I'm gonna call Ati. Hi.
Hi, Miss. Good evening.
Good evening.
The first, my opinion, I think teacher must be patient in teaching, not just forcing students to quickly understand a topic. And second, teacher must be able to adapt the character of students because, in my opinion, quiet students sometimes get less attention by teacher.
Yep.
And
Then?
the third one, teacher must be able to be good role models for students because the attitude of teacher can also ditiru apa ya, Miss?
Be replicated, or yeah,
Be
you can just say teacher can be a role model for a student means that they will apply what they see in their real life.
Okay. Okay, like that.
Okay. That's the last point.
Yes, Miss. Just it, I think.
Okay.
Thank you for giving the opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ati. That's a really great one. Well, I think, guys, it's the last student that I can call. Naura and Amelia, please come earlier to the class in our next meeting. But before that, I'm gonna show you ya. I'm just gonna confirm that overwhelm tadi. Silakan diingat ataupun bisa check to the dictionary about the meaning just to avoid the misunderstanding. Terus juga tadi ada affection. Love, cinta. Affection itu gimana ya ngomongnya? Affection itu hal yang digunakan untuk menunjukkan cinta gitu, yang mendukung cinta, paham nggak? Jadi kayak I have a full affection to her, misalnya. Jadi dia menunjukkan si affectionnya itu seperti itu ke her-nya to show that he loves her. Terus ada disrespect tadi, mungkin ada yang tadi ada yang bilang not respect, kita bisa ganti disrespect supaya ya emang ada kata-katanya. Jadi kita tinggal tambahin this aja, nggak perlu non ya. Terus overwhelmed, ini akan saya tegaskan bahwa in the dictionary it calls that bury or drown beneath a huge mask. Jadi dia bisa terpendam jauh di bawah secara literal meaning, maksudnya benar-benar ketumpuk sama benda, or give too much of a thing to someone. Ini yang saya bilang tadi, terbebani gitu ya. Terbebani guys. Tertumpuk dengan terlalu banyak pressure sehingga dia terbebani. It means overwhelmed. Okay, anyway, guys, I think that's all for today's meeting. It's such a nice one. Dan buat kalian yang belum dapat kesempatan untuk berbicara karena the time is up, looking forward for your attendance in our next meeting next week on Monday at 7 p.m. I think that's all. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Libby.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Thanks.